Welcome to BSc third sem students. So in physics in Int 4, that is waves and sound, we'll study the acoustic concept of hall and auditorium. So we have already know the introductory part of this acoustics of building. So it is a reception, propagation and generation of the sound. It consists of acoustics. And here we know the acoustic concept of hall and auditorium. So there are the five important points to consider the acoustic concept of hall and auditorium. So one is the optimum reverberation. A reverberation must be not too large and not too small. So that is optimum reverberation. So if the reverberation time is too large, the successive sounds overlap, causing a confusion and the sound loses clarity. If it is too small, the loudness is insufficient and the sound cannot be heard by all the audience. Hence, the room should have a definite reverberation time, is known as the optimum reverberation. Hall or auditorium should be designed with absorbing materials like wood, carpet, cardboard, mats, etc. at all side walls, ceilings, and floor. So the reverberation time must be optimum. Next, the second point is the loudness. In order to have a uniform loudness in the auditorium, reflector should be fitted inside the enclosure. In the absence of reflector, the speech of speech or song of the moderate intensity is audible at a distance of about 15 meter in front and 10 meter in a sideways of the speaker or singer. The wall at the back of the speaker should have a parabolic reflector so that the large audience can hear the sound. In case of big hall, the loudspeaker should be arranged a little above the level of the speaker's head. So, we need the uniform loudness in the auditorium. Next, focusing due to walls and the ceilings. It must be focusing. It is desirable that the should waves after reflection from the back wall of the hall should be eliminated as far as possible. So if the wall is spherical or the sound is focusing effect will be present. Hence, the surface may be parabolic. If the speaker stands at one focus, then the intensity of a sound produced will be uniform. So, the focusing it is due to the walls. That is, the wall behind the speaker is to be a spherical or a parabolic. Next point is a Echelon effect. If there are a number of reflecting surfaces in the enclosure like a flight of stairs, the sharp sound produced by a person in front of it may produce a ringing sound. So it will produce due to the steps, and this is known as a Echelon effect. This is due to the succession of echoes, and this effect can be avoided by covering the steps of staircase by carpet and by making equal spacing between the stairs. So we can reduce the Echelon effect just by covering the steps with the carpet. Next, we must avoid the extraneous noises. There are the two types of extraneous noises. One is airborne and another one is structure borne. So most of this airborne is nothing but it is due to the presence of the outside extraneous noises. So coming through the window and all. So and the structure borne, it is depending upon the structure of the building. So most of these extraneous noises are airborne and hence are very difficult to remove. Double or a triple windows can be used to cut off the extraneous noises. So loss is transmitted light and an arrangement for an alternative method of the ventilation, we can remove this extraneous noises. Ventilating fans can be used providing the machine is free from the rumbling noise. Then the structure borne noises also present a tough problem, but they can be considerably reduced by introducing discontinuities in the path of the sound. So, for example, the sounds coming along the water pipes so can be reduced by using a rubber or insulating gaskets and all the junctions. So, likewise, due to the structure of the building, so the noise can be reduced. Then the resonance within the building. So if the sound it will produces continuously, then there will be a possibility of a resonance. So in certain halls the low frequency notes may set up unpleasant resonant in the wood panels and windows. However, the resonant frequency of a large hall is usually well below the audible range, and so there may not be unpleasant effect due to resonance. So these are the few factors depending upon the good auditorium hall. So these are the few references that you can refer. Thank you.